Welcome back, everybody. It is still your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we're still focusing on the mamas this morning. And nothing says, I love you, Mom, more than some beautiful fresh flowers, whether they come in an exquisite bouquet, a vase, or a pot. Woolies has got you covered. Now, next to me is a very special lady who is going to take us through all these lovely blooms and bouquets in front of us. So please welcome Alex Learmont, the product developer for Woods Horticulture. Alex, as always, it's so good to have you with us. How are you?
I'm fine. And you well?
I'm good, because seeing this array, it's like an explosion of flowers. But of course, Woolies has got us covered this season for all the mamas. What makes Woolies Mother's Day Horti so different and so special this year?
Well, I think what makes us so special and different this year is that we work incredibly hard. You know, we work on Mother's Day from the minute the last Mother's Day ends, and it's our quality. You know, we don't just take any old flowers and plants on. We've got very strict quality control. And I think it's also just the love and the passion. I think you can see on this table how much color and just how much beauty there is. And this is all available in stores from this week for Mum.
And I really want you to take us through this range right now, starting with the bouquets, because again, it's an explosion of color. It's just beautiful. It screams mamas. Mamas are going to love this. So take us through it.
So we've got so many different things on offer. Something for every kind of mum. We curate all our bouquets. They're specially designed by us for our Woolworths customers. If you're a rose mum, a chrysanth mum, you're a mixed bunch mum, some mums like paler colours, some mums like a bit more of a brighter bunch. We've got beautiful tulips. We really just have something for everyone in stores.
And what I love is that it's on a budget, because I just had a big surprise party for my mom. So I'm a bit on a budget of like 100 Rand, 200 Rand. Do you have something for me for Mama?
Say no more. We do, absolutely. So just because it's under 100 Rand doesn't make it any less special. We've got some absolutely beautiful gifts. We're starting off with chrysanth bunches. We've got beautiful daffodils in little pots. One of my favorite for Mother's Day under 100 Rand is the little flower cone that we do every year.
Cute.
Very beautiful. So it's almost wrapped like a little ice cream. Yeah, there really is something for everyone.
And really is a thought behind it as well, just making sure that you put that extra special into thinking about what mamas would want. I also see some beautiful baskets over here, some potted plants as well.
Yes.
What are these all about?
Okay, so we've actually got beautiful pot covers that have a lovely Mother's Day sort of design around them. Then we've also got some great hardware bits and pieces. We've got arums and roses in these absolutely beautiful rattan baskets that are very on trend at the moment. They've got a little color slip inside. We've redone all the ceramics on our orchid range as well. We've contemporized some of them. The great little mini orchid, beautiful orchid in ceramic. We've printed our bags also with the beautiful Mother's Day design. So everything is just also is absolutely beautiful.
There's so much. Where do we go?
This little sorbet surprise is also absolutely beautiful, and the little bowl underneath you can repurpose for tapas or olives or something like that. So really just there's lots.
Is orchids the flower for the season? Is it orchids a perfect little flower to give moms for Mother's Day?
Yes, so our orchids, I mean, they last a very long time. Our orchids are expertly, locally grown, I need to say that. We use the best of, don't lose that orchid, we use the best of the Dutch and the Asian varieties that come through. And we've partnered with expert growers who, I mean, you can see they're absolutely stunning. We have exclusive colors. We've got sort of exclusive shapes and double stems, single stems, big arching ones, bright yellow ones with little pink noses, mini ones for the desk. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And then there's obviously a bit of care involved in orchids as well.
That being said, is it a high maintenance flower or low maintenance? Because I'm sure when we're gifting something, we don't want mamas to work too much. So how do we go about taking care of the orchids?
So with orchids, I always say, first of all, everyone's got that space in the house that they find. That's the orchid nook that sort of works for orchids. But other than that, orchids, they do like sunlight, but not direct sunlight. And then the very important thing for orchids is also watering. So you will see on all our different orchids, we've got our various watering instructions. And it's important not to let your orchid sit in too much water, so just double check what your orchid is potted in. Some of our orchids are potted in bark. Some of them are potted in a A moss, that big one at the back.
Okay. This one over here.
Yep, so moss obviously can hold more water for longer than bark can. And also just double check that there's drainage in your pot. You don't want your roots sort of getting soggy. And other than that, and orchid food as well. So we do sell orchid food, instructions on the back of that. And follow the instructions and you can't go wrong. And you should really have your orchid sort of blooming for anywhere up to, you know, sort of 6 weeks to 3 months.
I have to ask you this question. Are you an orchid mama or are you a rose mama?
It's very hard for me.
Difficult decision to make.
It's very difficult. I'm definitely led more by color, and I don't shy away from color. I like bright color. So if it's a bright orchid, it gets me. If it's a beautiful rose like this atomic, it absolutely gets me as well. But I love all the colors, I must say. I'm a color girl.
But there really is something for every mom out there. As always, Alex, it's always great to connect with you. Thank you so much for giving us inspiration, and also for all the mamas out there, they deserve to be spoiled with a bunch of flowers. So this Sunday, surprise the special lady in your life with long-lasting Mother's Day blooms and bouquets from Woolies. Of course, you can shop it in store for them.